is KCAL News, Los Angeles.
Right now at 8, here comes Hillary. Governor Newsom signing a state of emergency as Southern California braces for intense rain, whipping winds, and potential flash flooding.
A lot going on tonight. Hello, I'm Christine Lazar.
And I'm Jamie Yukas. Welcome to KCAL News at 8, streaming live on CBS News Los Angeles. We are tracking Hillary, as we've been talking about, as she makes her way to the Southland.
And we start with breaking news. Within just the last half hour, the San Bernardino Sheriff's Office, they've issued evacuation orders for several communities. Those include Oak Glen, Forest Falls, Mountain Home Village, Angeles Oaks, and Northeast Yucaipa. These places are prone to flooding and mudslides, and they are forecast to get pummeled by heavy rainfall starting tomorrow.
And Hurricane Hillary is already slamming Mexico, as we've seen through much of the day. The Category 2 storm now heading north. And let's take a live look at Cabo San Lucas at this hour. It is dark, but you can see some wind and rain through those lights there. And pounding surf is hitting the beach. This is normally packed with tourists. It's a tourist town, and it is empty tonight. We have live team coverage as Southern California prepares for this rare storm. We want to start with KCAL meteorologist Markina Brown, who's tracking Hillary. Markina, I mean, we were talking, we are going to see some just really unimaginable amounts of rain.
Yeah, Jamie, and that's going to be the biggest threat is the flash flooding. We are also going to be concerned about some pretty gusty winds as well, but flash flooding is definitely first on the list. I want you to take a look at how Hillary is looking right now. Obviously, very unorganized, looking very different compared to 24 hours ago. That is because Hillary is slowly but surely moving into colder waters and frankly is becoming more unorganized and less powerful, but still a threat. Now, looks like Category 1. We're looking at maximum sustained winds at 90 miles an hour, now moving to the north-northwest. But here's the thing, Category 1, Category 2, 3, or 4, this is going to still be a significant storm for us because its effects, whether it be wind or rain, are still going to be very far-reaching. And as it makes its way through, it is just simply going to give us way too much rain. How much rain will you get in your neighborhood? How long will this last? What about the winds? Everything you need to know coming up in just a little bit. Until then, Jamie, back to you.
All right, can't wait for that. Thanks, Markina. Some areas of Southern California are already seeing some effects. Look at these lightning strikes spotted this afternoon in Rancho Mirage in the Coachella Valley. Unusual to see there.
And lightning, as you can see, also flashing across the sky in Imperial County ahead of this storm. This video was posted to Storyful as people in that area prepare for the weather to get even worse.
Well, as Hillary bears down on the region, people are not taking any chances.
No, up and down the coast, storm preparations are underway. KCAL News reporter Michelle Geely, she continues our live team coverage. She's in Costa Mesa tonight. Michelle, lots of people getting ready out there.
You can see, you guys, that the sun has set and there are still people showing up here at City Hall in Costa Mesa, here at our sand pile. Now, they ran out of bags here a couple of hours ago. 7,000 of them were filled throughout the day. So now people are bringing their own bags to get ready. It's the sixth delivery of gravel for Costa Mesa residents who lined up all afternoon Saturday to fill sandbags.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, but there's a lot of people helping, which is great. I mean, it's good to see community come together.
Nayeli Cardenas owns a yoga studio that could flood, so she joined the crowd at City Hall to get prepared for the storm.
I wasn't really taking it seriously until this morning when I realized I have to shore up my business and make sure that no flooding occurs. And we're expecting a lot more rain than I thought.
As more and more neighbors showed up, police officers pitched in to help.
It's been great out here helping out.
The forecast for heavy rain and wind sent people throughout Orange County to their nearest sandbag stations. In the canyons, which are prone to mud and debris flows, a steady stream of customers loaded their trucks in Silverado Canyon. Meantime, emergency personnel are scouring the flood channels to be sure they are clear.
We have our deputy sheriffs, our public works, all of our care and coordination, our social workers scouring the flood channel systems, making sure people are not living in nooks and crannies, because the worst thing that could happen is this flash floods come through the flood channel and people die because they're swept out.
In Huntington Beach, there was an evacuation of 1,000 animals from the Wetlands and Wildlife Care Center located on Pacific Coast Highway. A local zoo and other Southern California facilities will take the ducks, birds, raccoons, and other creatures until the storm passes.
We wanted to err on the side of caution and keep everybody safe. All of our 1,000 patients that we have here, all of our 200 volunteers, and all of my staff.
Now, because of the fears of flash flooding here in Orange County, dozens of parks have now been closed. These are county parks as well as trails and state beaches. That's the latest live in Costa Mesa. I'm Michelle Geely. Jamie, Christine, back to you.
Wow, it's incredible to see people still getting those sandbags. Michelle, thank you. People on Catalina Island arrived in Long Beach today after officials issued an evacuation advisory. The city's mayor, Rex Richardson, was there to greet people at the ferry terminal. You see it there.
And back on the island, Avalon Bay is now closed to all incoming boaters. Catalina is forecast to get hit with torrential rain, strong surf, and damaging winds, which could knock out power on the island.
We were kind of concerned about being stuck over there for an unknown time. We were really got concerned when we saw the Coast Guard and the sheriffs showing up on Catalina Island with all these supplies and cots and water and extra sheriffs.
I'd be concerned too.
Yeah,
Mayor
I wouldn't
Richardson,
want to be on the island.
Right, also took a tour of the coastal area in Long Beach as residents lined up to pack sandbags there.
And, I keep getting texts from friends like, are we overreacting? But as Marquina said earlier, better safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
So those sandbags that we've been seeing, well, they've been hard to come by. Folks in Long Beach were out early trying to fill them up.
KCAL News reporter Cara Finstrom got a look at the preparations there.
The city of Long Beach getting ready. You can see the berms that have been built up all along the shoreline here to offer some extra protection. City leaders have put out an alert warning that high winds and intermittent periods of heavy rain are anticipated citywide. This system expected to arrive early Sunday morning and to linger into Monday. And folks, as you can see, have been making preparations of their own in advance. Lots of them filling up sandbags.
My issue is the storm drains will back up from falling palm fronds and things like that. And since we haven't had substantial rain in a long time, the storm drains have litter in them and they back up really quick. And so that's where we get the flooding problem. And since I've lived here for 30 years, it's gotten worse over the years, and that's the issue.
There was a run on the sandbag station here yesterday. Lifeguards, volunteers helped people fill them up, and each resident could only take 10 because of high demand. Stations really did run out, but we are told those will be replenished today and remain open through the weekend. If there is significant rainfall, the other big concern afterwards, high levels of bacteria from storm drains, rivers, and polluted runoff getting into the ocean, so folks would be urged to avoid all ocean water contact for at least 72 hours. That woman we spoke with, she got help preparing her sandbags from a stranger who happened to stop by a fire station before coming here.
I'm so appreciative because I'm used to coming over to the trailer and it's got sand and bags and it has neither. And so the kind gentleman, I said, where'd you get your bags? He said, the fire station. I got extra. I go, thank you. It means a lot to me.
Love that sense of community. And Long Beach leaders, they are urging everyone here to sign up for alerts before this storm arrives so they can be advised of any actions they need to take. Cara Finstrom, KCAL News.
Well, over in Sherman Oaks, they ran out of those sandbags, so they started just giving out dirt bags. Dozens of people showed up to fill bags to protect their homes. So far, more than 100,000 sandbags have been distributed today in Los Angeles alone.
Those are the good kind of dirt bags.
Yes, the kind you want.
Tonight, shoppers are packing into supermarkets and grocery stores, stocking up on food and water before the storm. I headed over to the Trader Joe's here in studio.
You said no bread, right?
No bread, and they were out of water this morning.
But did they have toilet paper?
They did.
Okay.
So yeah, you can still get the teepee. This video is from a Smart and Final in Burbank today, where shelves were left empty in many cases. Many stores across the Southland saying they're trying to keep up with the demand.
And the California National Guard, it's staffed and ready for the storm. The Guard has pre-positioned resources throughout Southern California, so they're ready when Hillary hits. Swiftwater rescue teams, they are on alert, and search and rescue teams are also ready.
Ahead at 8, a store owner in Lake Arrowhead allegedly gunned down because of a pride flag.
Yeah, this is such a sad story. We'll have the latest coming up next. Plus, we continue tracking Hillary as those living in Riverside County, they brace for possible flash flooding.
And farmers in the Central Valley also keeping an eye on the storm, the long-lasting effect it could have on our crops.
as Hillary gets closer, I am monitoring the speed. Stick around, I'll let you know when we could feel tropical storm force winds. That's coming up.
It's time to lose the weight for good. Try Golo. No subscriptions, just real results that last.
I've lost 70 pounds, 58 pounds, 22 pounds, 128 pounds.
138 pounds in 9 months. Crazy, right?
It's time to put dieting behind you and get your health and vitality back.
Once you start this plan and you do what you are supposed to do, you are going to feel amazing. You're going to have a new life.
Change your life now at Golo.com.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Richards from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And this is my husband, Mauricio Umansky.
Nearly every person that comes into our home comments about how amazing it smells, all thanks to Aroma 360 scent diffusers.
Their luxury fragrances are safe for kids and pets. Aroma 360 turned my beautiful home into a calming space to relax. I especially love their Mini 360 scent diffuser. Seriously, you guys, you need this now. Turn your home into a happy one.
It smells good too.
Listen, when I'm hungry, the last thing I want to do is bust out a bunch of dishes and the pots and the pans. Factor makes my life easy and convenient by just popping into the microwave, and in 2 minutes, I'm gonna have a delicious meal, and then I can get back to doing what I want. Factor helps me stick to my fitness goals. They use ingredients with integrity, and did I mention that it's delicious? Let's go!
For a limited time only, visit factormeals.com/TV and use code TV50 for 50% off.
Wow, your skin is amazing.
Oh, thank you. I got my Old Spice Gentleman's Body Wash to thank for that.
Your man glow is on point, bro.
Well, you know.
The key to great skin is exfoliating and moisturizing, and Old Spice gives me both.
He used to rely on me for skincare advice. Now he's
so moisturized. Well, I mean, he's
so fresh.
But I probably should use Old Spice too.
Babe, actually, that's my...
I will never again lose to my brother, decided Issa, because I've switched to consumer cellular, and now I get the same coverage he's got for half the cost.
I'm the one who wins.
Birds, when freedom calls, we're here to answer.
In the San Bernardino County mountains, investigators say the owner of a clothing store in the Cedar Glen community was shot and killed over a pride flag. 66-year-old Laura Carlton owned Magpie Clothing on Hook Creek Road. And if that name is familiar, there's another boutique by Magpie in Studio City, also owned by Carlton. She was found shot to death at the boutique yesterday around 5. Detectives later caught up with the suspect, and deputies shot and killed him. He has not been identified, but before the shooting at that clothing store, investigators say the man made disparaging comments about a rainbow flag posted outside.
So sad, and she has children too. It was a busy day at sandbag stations across Southern California. In the desert community of Indio, people lined up to fill their bags to guard their homes against flooding. The National Weather Service says some desert locations could see a year's worth of rain in a single day.
I'm glad to see residents out here. This is what they're supposed to be doing, is preparing their homes. Helps firefighters out tremendously. We're expecting anywhere between 5+ inches of rain. Hopefully it misses us, but now's the time to prepare. Don't wait at the last minute.
Each household is limited to 5 of those sandbags.
Hurricane Hillary is moving towards Southern California. I was hopeful to see it's kind of breaking apart, but
yeah, and I guess moving a little quicker. KCAL's Markina Brown, she is tracking Hillary's path. Markina, does it look like we're gonna get missed a little more, or is it headed towards us?
No, yeah, definitely coming still. Okay. We're definitely going to feel the effects of Hillary. I don't want people to think that because it's now a Category 1, even if it is a tropical depression by the time it comes, we are still going to brace for rain and some gusty winds and some thunderstorms, maybe even isolated tornadoes. We still need to do that because we are dealing with a tropical system. I want you to first keep in mind that this winter we had several atmospheric rivers, right? So you are going to couple that with the fact that now we are dealing with a huge tropical storm in the middle of summer. We already have enough rain. Now we're going to add even more. When you especially consider our mountain and desert areas that typically flood after getting a half an inch of rain or an inch of rain, now we're forecasting those areas to possibly see 2, 3, maybe 4 inches of rain. Where is all of that rain going to go? So again, we are watching the path of Hillary. We are watching where Hillary is going to land. But even those two things really didn't matter, because at the end of the day, we could feel tropical storm force winds from the center of the storm outwards of 265 miles an hour. So, or not an hour, but from the eye of the storm, 265 miles from the eye of the storm, we could feel the effects of Hillary. So doesn't matter where we are definitely going to feel it. Thus, this, our first tropical storm warning ever issued for us here in Southern California. We are looking at the coasts and valleys, looking at winds possibly up to 50. Other folks could see up to 60. And then, of course, we are watching out for flooding. That is going to be the biggest concern. I want to go ahead and time out what's going to happen rain-wise for you hour by hour, but first show you the conveyor belt of rain, if you will, that's coming up now from the south all the way up to Las Vegas. These folks have been dealing with light, steady rain really all afternoon long and still dealing with it. So let's time it out for you. Remember, moderate to heavy rainfall here in the yellow and oranges. As we look at the clock here, headed toward overnight, we start to see the rain enter into the Inland Empire area. Then it makes its way towards Victorville and then San Bernardino, even looking at some of the coastal areas here like Anaheim, North Santa Ana. We're looking at even Los Angeles starting to see some of that rain kind of knock on its door. Then as we head toward the afternoon, this is when we are looking at a little bit of everything happening. As we get into tomorrow afternoon, we're talking about moderate to heavy rainfall, very gusty winds. We're talking about the possibility of isolated storms happening as well. That will be where we see the meat of the storm. Then, as you can see, we head toward 8:30 on Sunday night and Monday, and it's up and out of here as if nothing ever happened. So as that system moves up and out, it's going to be pretty quick. It's going to really give us a lot of rain. And then as we get into Monday, it's going to be really all about the clouds and very cool air, because it'll leave behind much cooler air, but still probably a little soupy on the outside. So stick around. We'll talk more about what you should expect wind-wise. We'll talk about the severe weather effects, if we could see some isolated tornadoes as well. And we'll see if we can squeeze in a look at the 7-day forecast so you can see what happens after Hillary moves out. That's coming up in just a little bit. Until then, ladies, back to you.
Yeah, I think we want to keep looking forward. Markina, thank you.
Sure.
Farmers in the Central Valley are rushing to prepare for Hillary. They're concerned for almond crops that don't normally get wet during this time of year. Farmers say harvest season happens in early August to late September. And right now, almonds are still in their hulls that are slowly cracking, and they need to stay dry.
So if the almonds get wet, then they become an area for mold, for bacteria to form, and they're inedible. We wouldn't be able to sell them.
Oh, that'd be a bummer. Farmers are postponing shaking their orchards so almonds can stay as dry as possible, but they're concerned winds could still cause them to fall. That's a real concern. We've seen this before in Florida with oranges and other produce, and then the prices go up.
Prices go up. Native Californian, the weather we've had this year is like nothing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Next at 8, Hurricane Hillary hasn't hit SoCal yet, but we are already feeling the impact.
The incoming storm forced the cancellation of several events, and the Dodgers also had to adjust their schedule.
Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Well, after weeks of Barbie pink, there's now a blue intrusion at the box office. The Blue Beetle comes to life. That's next on The Lot.
At Built Basics, we believe that quality is the foundation of confidence. That's why we obsess over every stitch and fabric choice. What started as a commitment to crafting a better men's shirt has evolved into a mission to redefine your closet. Our transitional clothes adapt to your lifestyle, from the gym to the office to a night out on the town. Our brand, is all about embracing opportunities in style. Visit BuiltBasics.com or download the app today.
When I started college, so many people warned me about credit cards. They just seemed really scary. When I needed a car, I realized that I needed to build credit. So I got the Chime Credit Builder card because I could safely build credit without being afraid of fees or interest. And there was no credit check. My score went up over 60 points and I bought my first car. As a busy college student, having a car is an absolute must. I feel like I could do anything. My next goal, a 700 credit score. Join me at chime.com.
I just don't want to lower my standards, you know?
Why should you? It can't go any lower.
Girl, check this out.
She is the blueprint. So pure.
Get who gets you. eHarmony. Get started for free.
If you really say, hey, clean up, mama, Gemma, what a wonderful thing to be a woman.
Stop overpaying for sunglasses and get Shady Rays. Polarized shades at a great price that you can try for 30 days risk-free. If you lose or break them, we'll send you a brand new pair. Visit ShadyRays.com for 50% off 2 pairs with code TV50.
Lions?
Hey, I'm not gonna bug you.
Tigers?
Do you think that you're a responsible owner of tigers?
I damn sure do. And bears.
There's bears in the pool.
Oh my! And only on Inside Edition streaming.
And a lot of events have been canceled across Southern California because of Hillary, and that includes Ciclavia, which was supposed to be in Koreatown, the Festival of Arts in Laguna Beach, including tomorrow and Monday's performances of the Pageant of the Masters. Now, the concert by My Morning Jacket and Fleet Foxes at the Hollywood Bowl, that was also canceled and moved to Monday, August 28th. And all LA County parks will be closed tomorrow and again on Monday.
Already having impact. And as a precaution, the boys in blue moved tomorrow's game at Dodger Stadium to today. They're playing a doubleheader against the Marlins in the middle of the second game right now. Fans we talked to don't seem to mind seeing double.
Grateful that they're being careful and taking these precautions.
Well, I like to watch my Dodgers win any day, but I mean, I don't want to be blown away by the storm.
I love that her name is Phyllis, by the way.
I hadn't caught that.
Yes, we love you, Phyllis.
We love you, Phyllis.
We agree with you on all points. For those who could not make it to today's early game at the rescheduled time, instructions will be sent to you next week on how to exchange the ticket you originally bought for a select future game. DC Comics' latest superhero hits the big screen in Blue Beetle.
KCAL News entertainment reporter Suzanne Marquez, she has a sneak peek tonight on The Lot.
What the hell is that?
How did you get it to do that?
I think he likes me.
A young man is transformed into a superhero in Blue Beetle, based on the DC Comics character.
What the?
Host acquired.
Who said that? Okay, it's gonna be okay! The biggest challenge was focusing on the characters and being able to protect the heart of the movie in the midst of the chaos of all the explosions and the speed that we have to shoot.
Director Angel Manuel Soto says filming in Puerto Rico was important to more than the movie itself.
I remember going in Puerto Rico and working with the crew in Puerto Rico that has worked with me since I started my career. They took it as if it was theirs because they know how much this means to our community and our collective community to finally see ourselves be the heroes of our stories. All right, let's see if it works. I wouldn't test it. That's all I wanted in a way, you know, to be able to do right by Jaime Reyes, by Blue Beetle, by the fans, and by our community. And we did do this with a lot of love.
Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Suzanne Marquez, KCAL News.
You can catch new episodes of our entertainment streaming show, The Lot, weekends at 11 a.m. on CBS News Los Angeles, Paramount Plus, or Pluto TV. So many places you can watch it.
And we still have more news coming up in our next half hour on KCAL News at 8.
Straight ahead, Southern California is under a tropical storm warning. Preparations underway as Hillary churns toward the Southland.
As search and recovery efforts continue, talks of the rebuilding process begin. I'm Jordan Segundo in Lahaina, Maui, with why residents feel left out.
Is there something that KCAL News should investigate? Call the KCAL News Investigates tip line at 818-655-2442.
I've always been prone to hair thinning.
I'm genetically predisposed.
I just gave birth. I was under a lot of stress.
I started taking Nutrafol.
We test our formulations with the highest rigor of clinical trials, and we're the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement.
I noticed it becoming
stronger and thicker.
Nutrafol has taken me back to the hair I was meant to have.
I am back to me.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com.
Honestly, guys, I used to never wear underwear. Skims changed that. Our Fits Everybody underwear is made from this buttery soft fabric that stretches out and bounces right back. It just molds to your body like you're wearing nothing at all. This is Skims.
We're busy parents, so when our children's education wasn't going as planned, we felt overwhelmed. My sister recommended Time for Learning because she loves its flexibility and the way it allows her kids to learn independently from home. Time for Learning is the online homeschool solution that's been helping families for over 15 years. My kids log in and know exactly what they need to complete each day. And it's easy for me to monitor their progress through automated reports. Try Time for Learning today, risk-free with our 14-day money-back guarantee.
Introducing Astapro Allergy. No allergy spray is faster. With the speed of Astapro, almost nothing can slow you down. Because Astapro starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. And Astapro is the first and only 24-hour steroid-free allergy spray. Now without a prescription. Astapro and go.
You ever bought Reese's while eating Reese's? That is some boss behavior.
Why did we stuff Reese's Take 5 with 5 flavors? Because you can't handle 6!
This is KCAL News, Los Angeles.
Welcome back to KCAL News at 8, streaming live on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Christine Lazar.
And I'm Jamie Yukas. Tonight we are bracing for Hillary. The storm now a Category 1, and it's quickly approaching Southern California.
And this is a live look in Long Beach. We know Hillary is hitting Mexico first before lashing out here in Southern California. She's going to bring strong winds, heavy rain potential, flooding, and mudslides.
We want to check in with KCAL's Markina Brown, who has been tracking Hillary all night. Markina, we've been talking about this evening. Just because it's being downgraded does not make it any less serious for our area.
That is absolutely right. It's a tropical storm, and by its very nature, it is going to contain more ingredients or more severe weather, if you will, than just, say, a garden variety thunderstorm or even weather that we've gotten continuously, as you know, this winter in those series of atmospheric rivers. We're taking a look at what's going on right now. Ask the folks in Vegas about this tropical storm that's slowly but surely weakening, but still strong enough. These folks have been dealing with rain, not on and off. It's been on since earlier this afternoon. This is a conveyor belt of rain that they've been dealing with, and oh already we are starting to see the effects of Hillary in parts of California, Northern California. Bakersfield has been dealing with some pretty interesting pockets of rain really all afternoon long, all the way down to Frazier Park. Lancaster now seeing just a little bit of rain as well. And as you know, we all are going to continue to see our conditions deteriorate as the rest of the evening and throughout the overnight and into tomorrow as well. We could start to feel tropical storm force winds in LA by midday tomorrow, just so you know. Let's go ahead and see if we can add up what we will see rain-wise really quickly here. In some of the purple area is where we could see about 3 inches of rain, and some of the red right there near the basin, maybe about 1.5 inches, if not a little bit more. But those folks in San Bernardino, the mountain desert communities is where we could see the bulk of the rain. Stick around. I'll let you know why that is the last place that needs to see that much rain, why absorption levels are so low there. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. Until then, Christine, back to you.
Thanks, Marquina. Well, we continue our storm coverage. Preparations underway in Seal Beach, where a mile-long berm has been constructed to protect the homes there. The focus, keeping people and property out of harm's way. KCAL's Elise Preston is there with the latest.
Lightning strikes light up San Diego, sounding the alarm for what's predicted to come as Hillary speeds its way towards the southwest.
It is scary. I mean, we don't know what's coming.
The storm is barreling north from Baja towards Southern California, putting many communities at high risk of excessive rain, as much as 10 inches, and what the National Hurricane Center calls catastrophic flooding.
We strongly advise people to stay home. If you do not need to be out on the roads, please take yourself out of the equation.
To dodge Hillary, 12 Navy carriers and ships are being moved out of San Diego's ports.
They'll remain out to sea until we determine the conditions are right to bring them back.
Other vulnerable beach communities hope berms and sandbags will protect them.
We were sandbagging, doing what we can to help out the neighbors that can't do this for themselves.
The storm already being felt in California's Mojave Desert, along with Phoenix and Nevada. Las Vegas could see a record-shattering 4 inches of rain. The threat of heavy downpours has many concerned that Southern California's hillsides, weakened by the massive winter storms, could give way.
It's so unknown. I don't know just how hard the storm's going to hit.
If Hillary does make landfall, it would be the first major tropical storm to hit Southern California since 1939, when more than 90 people died. President Biden says FEMA personnel and supplies are ready to respond if needed. Elise Preston, CBS News, Seal Beach, California.
Thank you, Elise. Now to Maui, where the death toll has climbed to 114 as search crews comb through the devastation. Tonight, more than 1,000 people are still missing. Jordan Segundo is there with details.
Residents of Lahaina are worried they'll be left behind as their town gets rebuilt.
We're still grieving. We need that time to find closure before we look at where do we go from here.
Responding to those concerns, Governor Josh Green promised the community will not be lost.
Lahaina belongs to its people, and we are committed to rebuilding and restoring it the way they want it.
Hawaii's First Lady fought back tears as she remembered the historic town.
Over 2 centuries, with their aloha, their dedication, and their hard work, the people of Lahaina built their town into a special place.
But today, the focus is not on the rebuild process, but instead on helping the people who lost everything.
Weary and tired.
State Representative Ellie Cochran represents West Maui. She says the government's response has been poor, but local residents have been stepping up despite the circumstances.
Been delivering all this stuff here as the hub for this community that's still intact. So gotta be grateful for our lives.
There are 1,000 federal workers on Maui, 350 of them dedicated to search and recovery. While officials estimate 1,000 people are still unaccounted for, the exact number is unclear.
Frankly, we don't know. People have thrown numbers around. People have thrown cellular data stuff around.
The cause of the fire is under investigation. Officials are looking into if power lines may have started it. Jordan Segundo, CBS News, Lahaina, Maui.
And still ahead at 8, it's been more than 3 months since writers went on strike. Still no deal.
Yeah, where striking writers and studios now stand and when they plan to negotiate again.
Plus, SoCal is on tropical storm warning. What LA County Sheriff deputies are doing to prevent riverbeds from flooding.
Plus, the Dodgers look to rebound after last night's blowout loss with a pair of victories in today's home doubleheader against the Marlins. We'll see if they could do it ahead in sports.
Every part of you is connected, so the way you care for your health should be too. Whether you need primary care, mental health support, or care for chronic conditions, Teladoc Health brings it all together to keep all of you healthy. Get started today.
Meet Away's iconic suitcases, redesigned. With even more traveler-friendly features. In new colors, inspired by the world. Designed to stand out, blend in, and look good everywhere you go. More color, more luggage, more travel. Away. Shop at awaytravel.com.
So, how do I say this? I was hanging out in the bathroom, inspecting my butt, and I noticed back there, don't make me say the word butt.
Your rectum?
Yes, my rectum. So I asked a couple of friends.
You read internet forums and started crying.
I did.
Let's take a look.
Okay, go get your gloves. Dr. Brooks just gets you.
Search, read reviews, book a doctor on ZocDoc.
I just made this, and it is incredible. I used every plate, and this cost me about the same as a cup of coffee. I'm gonna show you how. So every plate's actually 25% cheaper than grocery shopping, which is awesome, because that means I can save money on food even as food prices go up. And then I love the fact I don't have to worry about overbuying, wasting food, none of that. This is way better than takeout, and you get so much more bang for your buck. Seriously, you gotta try it.
Get started for just $1.49 a meal using offer code TV49.
Remember why you became a nurse? You wanted to help people. And girl, you're just getting started. You know what's next. Getting your graduate degree. That's how you can change this place for the better. For yourself, your patients, the whole community. You want to make change happen? Walden University is all about change. It's time.
Walden University. Set a course for
surrounding area, you are in extreme danger. Go to park belongings and seek higher ground immediately.
LA County Sheriff's deputies you see there flying above riverbeds today, warning homeless people to get to higher ground before Hillary hits. Those dry riverbeds could turn into raging rivers by this time tomorrow. Sheriff's office says it is connecting homeless people with services. Both the county and the city have activated emergency shelters. And I did see a number of officers out today talking to people, getting them out of there.
Yeah, they're really trying to get the word out. So make sure to stay with us, KCAL News, KCALnews.com, and our streaming service, CBS News Los Angeles. We will have the latest on Hillary. We're tracking the storm, and you can go to our website for an interactive radar, a 7-day forecast, and much more. Meanwhile, the Hollywood writers' strike continues.
Yeah, the Writers Guild of America met again with the major Hollywood studios yesterday, but neither side appears to be any closer to ending the strike. In a message to members, writers say both sides plan to meet again next week. The Guild has held talks with major studios the past week, but the two sides reportedly remain pretty far apart on major issues still. The WGA strike began on May the 2nd, shutting down most TV and film productions in the U.S.
Well, a California appeals court ruled that lawsuits can resume in the case of two men who allege Michael Jackson sexually abused them. They are suing companies owned by the late singer, claiming they were complicit in Jackson's alleged abuse. The lawsuit claims the employees owed a, quote, duty of care to the boys and had failed to take steps to prevent the alleged abuse. Jackson's estate has repeatedly denied any abuse. Well, still to come at 8, a victim of a scam tricked again.
This time into working for the scammers, and now he's accused of money laundering.
All right, we are obviously watching Hillary, but what should you expect after Hillary moves out? We're taking a look at the 7-day forecast for you coming up.
Plus, the Angels looking to pick up 2 much-needed wins in today's doubleheader against the Rays. Jamie Maggio has the highlights and more next in sports.
Are you feeling stressed, depressed, or just stuck? HIMS can help. It all starts with one click. When you take a free assessment at 4hims.com, you can connect with licensed medical providers 100% online, typically within 48 hours. They can prescribe trusted mental health medication, if it's right for you, with no insurance required. Through HIMS, it's never been simpler to start turning things around. Get started today at 4hims.com.
Smile Direct Club. You pop them in, you go to bed, and they do all the work.
Straighten your teeth while you sleep with Smile Direct Club nighttime aligners.
You just put them in when you go to bed. You don't have to wear them all day. They don't interfere with your daily lifestyle at all. You can have your teeth straightened while you sleep. Who doesn't have time to wear something while they're sleeping?
I'm able to wear them just at night, and it's perfect for me.
Choose easy. Choose Smile.
Thanks, Smile Direct Club.
Get started for free at SmileDirectClub.com.
A lot of you have been asking, what's your secret to staying so alert? No one's asked that. My mom asked that. It's the Good Patch's B12 Awake Patch. Let's tackle the rest of those questions. It's a wearable wellness patch that helps you feel more awake and generally more fun to be around. Do you not know how a sticker works? Just peel, stick, and bam! You're more awake than a rooster at dawn. The B12 Awake Patch is infused with green tea, caffeine, and vitamin B12. You put it on when you need it and take it off when you don't. Just peel, stick, feel. The Good Patch. Available at Target.
We need a small business loan fast.
I got this.
Loan cannon!
There's a better way to get a fast small business loan. Go to OnDeck.com, and if approved, get your funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.
Oh no, guys. Let's get out of here. Go.
Welcome back, everybody. Due to the forecast related to Hurricane Hillary, Major League Baseball rescheduled Sunday home games for the Dodgers, Angels, and Padres as part of doubleheaders today. So the Dodgers are looking to bounce back into the win column in today's matinee game. Boys in blue are down 1-0. Runners at the corners in the 8th. Austin Barnes lays down the bunt. James Outman slides home, and we have a tie game, 1 apiece. All right, so next up, Mookie Betts. He'll follow it up with a base hit up the middle. 2 runs will score on that play. 84 RBI for Betts this season. The Dodgers rally back to get the win, 3-1. All right, let's go to game 2 of the doubleheader. Hey, that's LeBron James in attendance for his bobblehead night. This one tied at 1 in the 3rd. After a 2-run single earlier, Mookie Betts drives this one deep to left. It is gone. A go-ahead home run. The wave and salute to LeBron on the way back to the dugout. Nice. He's having himself a day. Bottom of the 5th here. Mookie gets home run number 2 of the game, his 34th of the season. He's just 1 homer away from his career high set last year. Greatness, recognizing greatness. Tip of the cap for you, sir. Another strong start for this man, Julio Urias, on the bump today. He struck out 5, allowing only 5 hits, 1 run, no walks in 7 innings of work. And no, not a deja vu. The Dodgers win 3-1 again. So let's check in on the Halos. They were hosting the Rays in their first game today after falling in extras last night. We'll go to the 5th inning. Halos lead 6-5. Brandon Drury at the plate. He works his way back from an 0-2 count. This one is blasted the other way. His 16th home run of the season adds a little bit of insurance for the Halos. They extend their lead 7-5. Tampa Bay gets one back. Now it's the 9th. Rays with the go-ahead run at the plate. Luke Raley flies to left.
and it's out. Halos get the final out. They hang on to take game one, 7-6. So they would try to keep that momentum going in game two. Patrick Sandoval on the hill. Top of the fifth, 2-0 Rays. 2 out here, nobody on. Randy Arozarena pops it up. Looks like a routine play, but Jordan Adams cannot make the catch. Oof, tough break there for the rookie. The inning is still going. So we'll move ahead to a couple batters later. Curtis Mead steps up to the plate, comes through for Tampa with this shot down the left field line. That's going to bring in 1 run. Looks like the second runner is going home and looks like he's out, but the call will be overturned on reviews. The Rays extend their lead 5-0. You don't want to hear it, but they would continue to pour it on in the later innings. The Angels now trail 17-1 in a game that you can watch on Valley Sports West. All right, let's go to the links. Moving day at the BMW Championship. Scotty Scheffler charged up the leaderboard. 7 birdies on the card for Scheffler en route to a 64. He'd be in the final group tomorrow. Joining this man, Matt Fitzpatrick. He lines up a birdie putt at 14, and it's good. But look at this shot from Fitzpatrick. He takes his third at the 15th from behind a tree. It's perfect. Look at this. That's going to set him up for a birdie. Fitzpatrick and Scheffler have a share of the lead heading into tomorrow's final round. And that's going to do it for sports in the 8 o'clock hour. I'll send it back to you guys.
Thanks, Jamie. Well, it is the calm before the storm. KCAL flying over Malibu this evening. You can see surfers there hanging 10 before Hillary arrives, taking advantage of those larger waves. It's calm tonight, but tomorrow it'll be a much different story.
Yeah, you're not going to want to be out near the water at all tomorrow. All eyes on Hurricane Hillary tonight as millions rush to get ready.
KCAL's Markina Brown is here. Markina, you've been tracking Hillary all night long, and you have some warnings.
Yeah, we've got tropical storm warnings in effect for the first time ever for us, just south of San Diego all the way up through LA County. So that means we are going to need to expect windy conditions as well. So yeah, lots going on with Hillary. It is definitely going to be busy here in the weather center overnight tonight into all day tomorrow. But here is what we are expecting. Widespread rainfall. That will be what we see as we go through again tomorrow. We are talking about the possibility of 1 to 3 inches in some of the hardest hitting areas. Could see up to 8 inches. Some models are saying that other places could see an isolated 10 inches of rain. You may be wondering, why is that such a big deal? Why is that a problem? Well, you think about places like Florida, they could see 10 inches of rain and barely have flooding issues. But for us, when you get water of that magnitude, especially in the mountain and desert areas, it's almost like comparing putting water on carpet versus putting water on a hard wooden floor. Of course, it is going to be absorbed better by the carpet than it would the wooden floor. And that is what our mountain and desert areas are like in terms of the hard soil that we have there. So that is why it is such an issue. We'll be watching out for the showers and storms late tonight, possibly starting that soon for the folks in the mountain and desert areas and also the IE. The main event will be as we get into Sunday morning through Sunday afternoon. And of course, the flooding is going to be the biggest threat for us. When we talk about the winds, by the way, and look at where some of the strongest winds will be, it's right here. The mountains could see those wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour, valleys up to 50, and the coast 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts are definitely not out of the story. Then, of course, because we are dealing with tropical air, a tropical system, we are talking about it feeling very moist and muggy outside, probably one of the least important elements of what we'll be dealing with, but I'll hit it for you either way. We're looking at dew points being on the high side, especially as we get into Sunday afternoon when the meat of the storm comes through. So it is going to be on the very humid side. Now let's talk about the severe weather elements that we could be dealing with here. The heavy rain, definitely a high chance of that. Gusty winds, lightning, moderate is what we're looking at. And then there is a chance that we could see some isolated tornadoes because we are dealing with a very unstable, soupy tropical system. You cannot rule that out. As we look at the 7-day forecast, it looks better, right, as we get into Monday, Tuesday, and beyond. Tomorrow, obviously is going to be a very active day. We get into Monday. As that system moves out, it's going to pull all of the moisture with it, and eventually we'll be getting into some drier air and warming for everybody by the time we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The valleys obviously looking at heavy rain tomorrow, maybe some leftover showers on Monday morning, but then drying out and really getting into what's normal for us for this time of year, some heat and some sunshine. The IE will see that system move out by Monday as well, looking at a partly cloudy sky and 82 degrees. You're in the low 90s as we get into the middle and end of next week. Beaches should expect temperatures at most in the mid 70s tomorrow, low 70s as we get into Monday. And then as we get into the middle of next week, expect sunshine, very comfy temperatures there, right around 73 degrees as we look specifically at Wednesday. Ladies, back to you.
Marquina, thanks so much. And tonight, utility companies, including Edison, AT&T, and Spectrum, tell KCAL News they're preparing for cable, phone, and internet and power outages. So make sure your cell phone is fully charged before Sunday. Check the batteries in your flashlights and stock up on food that won't go bad if your power goes out.
I have to give my fiance Doug a big thanks because he had all the chargers ready to go, prepared and ready to go.
I figured that about him.
Ahead at 8, a victim scammed out of thousands of dollars is now a suspect in money laundering scheme.
These scammers are very convincing.
Why officers say the victim was tricked into working for the scammers.
Plus, a safety feature on X, formerly known as Twitter, could be going away soon, making it harder to block unwanted followers.
Is there something the KCAL News should investigate? Call the KCAL News Investigates tip line at 818-655-2442.
You're fired, Johnson! Why? It's your shirt. But it's Casual Friday. Look at Gibson! He's wearing a true classic tee. It fits him tight in all the right places, but leaves the perfect amount of room in the front. I hate that guy. Let me try one on. My God, Johnson, I don't know how I never noticed before, but you're stunning. I want a raise. Consider it done. But wait a minute. Are those true classic pants? That's right. Incredible. Gibson, why can't you be more like Johnson? Well, what should I do, boss? You need to go to the True Classic website and buy all of those items right now.
Lulu, this time you've gone too far. Over $100 for leggings. I'm moving on to Fabletics. Fabletics leggings just feel better. The fabric, the compression, the waistband, the perfect little boost. Fabletics is the feel better legging. The feel good legging at the feel good price. Lulu, you're hitting triple digits. In Fabletics, we got this. Get 2 leggings for just $24 at Fabletics.com.
I grew up with 6 sisters. Yeah, so I know all about the hoo-ha, the Wolverine, rose petals, Mother Nature, the Happy Daisy, Aphrodite's purse. My middle daughter, Sophia, comes to me and says she wants to get on birth control. I don't freak out. I say, get on Wisp. My oldest daughter gets a UTI. I didn't freak out. She was obviously dehydrated. I told her to get on Wisp. My youngest daughter comes up to me. She has an itch she's ashamed to scratch. I said, hey, why are you ashamed? You gotta take care of that. You got a yeast infection, kid. Get on Wisp. We can't whisper about these things anymore. Be loud about it. Get on Wisp.
We all have a cause that is important to us. With Bonfire, you can easily fundraise by selling custom shirts online. Upload your artwork or create a design right on our website. The orders are sent directly to your buyers. With no inventory needed, you can fundraise from the comfort of your home. In these unique times, you can still make a difference. Fundraise with custom shirts today on bonfire.com.
Well, this is one you don't hear of every day. Scammed into scamming. Police in Iowa say a man was tricked into stealing thousands of dollars.
Officers say the man was first a victim of a phone scam before he was lied to again, this time into working for the scammers.
Oh, I feel bad for him.
I know.
Police say he thought he was helping a government agency investigate a crime. Turns out he was part of a money laundering scheme. Police say the man was warned to stop, but he was convinced it was legitimate.
He started out in this case as a victim, but as he continued on moving this money, through these accounts and putting the cash in the Bitcoin and sending it on, what we realized was that he's actually helping them facilitate this crime unknowingly.
What terrible people to take advantage of him. Now, the only way to stop him, police say, was to arrest him. Police say the phone scams have stolen around $500,000 from those in the Des Moines area.
That is such a bummer.
I
All
know.
right. Some more changes coming to X, formerly known as
Also
Twitter.
a bummer.
Yeah, I know. We're learning users will no longer be able to block accounts. Yesterday, Elon Musk tweeted that he's deleting that feature because it, quote, makes no sense. Apparently, Elon Musk, not a television news reporter or anchor who gets thousands of really nasty messages. Users will only be able to block direct messages. It is unclear when that feature will be removed. But I enjoyed it while it lasted. Head at 9, people are stocking up before Hillary. We're seeing bigger Saturday night crowds and some grocery stores reporting shortages on staple items. That's ahead in our next hour on KCAL News at 9.
But first, K-pop fans taking over downtown LA this weekend. We take you inside this year's KCON event that's coming up.
Get who gets you. eHarmony. Get started for free.
Wanna leave works all day so I can keep working my magic. Just wanna leave. 12 hours of uninterrupted arthritis pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for?
At U-Haul, we know every family
Come on, guys.
moves at their own pace.
Is that heavy?
That's why we have U-Box.
Take that to the kitchen for me, okay?
We can store it
Excited about the new house?
or ship it,
Who's gonna get the biggest room?
how and when you
I
want
bet
it.
you are. That's awesome.
Reserve today at uhaul.com.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can dramatically relieve RA and PSA symptoms, including fatigue for some. It can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Hey there, welcome to The Uplift.
I look over at him and he's smiling.
I'm going to remember that the rest of my life.
It's really a miracle that he's with us today.
The Uplift. Stream now on the free CBS News app.
Well, one of the few events not canceled because of Hillary is KCON, and it's taking over Los Angeles. KCON is the largest fan celebration of Korean culture and music. It's a 3-day event where fans get to meet bands, test out some Korean beauty products, and taste different types of food.
I love the energy. I think that all the booths and the interactions, the stuff they give, I love that it's a way for all of us here who have the same interests to connect and just have fun and be free, you know?
KCON is happening at Crypto Arena in downtown LA, and the event wraps up tomorrow. Well, thanks for watching KCAL News at 8. KCAL News at 9 with Jamie Yokas starts right now.